Hello and welcome back to Dukascopy TV. I'm Natalie MacDonald. Now water, something we all need and rely on, but not something we talk about that much in finance. Well, today I'm joined by Erik Bjertnes to do just that. Erik, thank you very much for coming into the studio today.
It's a pleasure to be back.
Now, firstly, can you walk us through water's price performance this year? What trends have you noted?
Well, there are many different trends. We'll get into detailed trends later, but the water performance index of Dow Jones has gone up about 11% this year, except for the last 3 weeks when it's gone down a lot, but it's still at about 10.8 to be precise now today. Then there are different trends in water as concerns the types of water. You have three types, you could say. The consumer water, and that's the bottles, right? Then you have the water which is used in agriculture, and then you have the water which is used for manufacturing. The water for manufacturing sometimes is wasted water because it has to be used for semiconductors and also for pharmaceuticals. So you have nanoparticles in that water, so it cannot be reused. And that is a big problem. And the water has to be very pure in order to make these high-tech or very precise products very good.
Water scarcity was considered a top risk at this year's World Economic Forum, with traditional charity models becoming a touch outmoded, really. What opportunities are we seeing by means of water sustainability investment?
There's the requirement for a lot of integration. That means we have to look at water as a very rare substance, especially for drinking. There are so many parts of the world that are very short of water, and then you have parts of the world where water is not scarce at all. And those parts of the world, water is very much of a security and a political problem that politicians don't like to talk about. Some countries have so much water and so few people that they will export water, which then can be exported through bulk tankers, or it can be bottled, and that's normally very pure water where you have very few people. And so with this scarcity, it's very important to preserve this water and then to find new technologies how to reuse water which is for agriculture and industry. But the problem with agriculture is that you have the pesticides, and that water is very difficult to reuse. But there are technologies to find solutions to that, but it's very expensive.
In 2014, we're expecting to see even more companies investing in water-related activity. Where geographically are you expecting this to be concentrated?
I would say in the countries where water is scarce, which is China because of the population, India as well. Then in the Middle East, you have the Gulf Cooperation Council countries where water is very scarce. You have North Africa. And really there's a problem, so there has to be investments into that. But the politicians are very afraid to talk about that because it can make or break them.
In your view then, Erik, do you see water becoming an impact investment dominated industry, or do you think it can maintain some level of corporate edge?
It will become very much an impact industry. The corporations, they have to think about the political and social impact of water, so they cannot just make huge profits like Nestle, Pepsi and Coke are doing, for example. They need to find a balance, and that is the only way these companies can survive in the long term.
Erik, thank you so much for coming in today. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's all we've got time for right now, but I'll be back with another exclusive interview for you, so see you then. Goodbye for now.